1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You know, I was impersonating a Taiwan lady. I'm on the very end of my last episode podcast. Damn, is it picking up all that shit? Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Maybe I'm hearing your mic. But, yeah, I just want to introduce a new special guest that I have on the podcast here, Mr.Gorts.
I'm right here.
And if you were following... You want to interrupt me some more? You want to be an asshole about it? No, I'm fucking with you. But, yeah, if you did follow the Common Critics, he had been a guest on that one too. But we're going to start off this one with a pretty fresh take on it, and he's on the second episode. I'm going to keep bringing on a guest almost every episode, but we'll see where it goes from there. It's playing it by ear. But we were just recording and doing all that other shit before we even started this, and we were watching Cheapsteaks. Or Cheapskates? What is it?
Cheesesteaks, dude. Hell yeah, extreme cheesesteaks. No, we were watching extreme cheapskates, and yeah, man. But honestly, I don't fault them, man. I feel like people spend way too much money for a lot of bullshit, and you could argue I'm kind of pretty cheap in a lot of ways too, dude. So, you know, not so cheap enough to serve my family roadkill and not use toilet paper, but I mean, I'd aspire to be that cheap in some ways, dude.
Not at all. No, I mean it's you know there's I like people who coupon. You know that I guess that I feel like there's a skill to that with
that
couponing.
Shit's dope. Yeah, you buy shit on sale.
You're pointing the diaphragm away from you, buddy. It's the little fat part on the end. There you go, and then you gotta.
All right.
Real close to it.
My mic suggests. I hope that sounds better for all you beautiful people out there.
No, that ain't true. Cause I'm looking at these sine waves, not sine waves, but these levels here. But it's gonna be all good. I'm pretty sure I can boost all these levels. But yeah. But we were talking about Cheapskates. Fucking this show is so not even. Yeah, it's scripted.
What is something that really pisses you off that you have to pay for day to day? Because I got something that when I pay for this, like it gets me in my soul.
Oh fuck. Man, that really pisses me off about paying for every single day. Well, it's not every single day. It's it's subscriptions. I
feel like everybody's got a subscription now too, dude. There's like fucking.
Well, you have more than one because you got to have, especially in this day and age where it's like, I got to have a gym membership. I got to have my Spotify. I got to have my. Because I have both. I have Apple Music and Spotify. You know, I keep tabs on both. And sometimes Spotify does some shit where it's like, there's no internet connection. And you got like 5 bars across the board.
And that's bullshit, you know. And then people got their Primes, their Netflixes, their CBS, their HBO fucking Goes, their Hulus. That's a lot of fucking shit,
They're
dude.
They're doing bundle packs. You gotta give them that. And I like how it's like, well, it's all a cart. So, you know, you're not paying for cable. I'm like, at the end of the day, with all these damn subscriptions, you're paying at least $80 a month. If you're a person who's really delving into like entertainment, either way, you're gonna be spending $80 a month, and on top of that, you still got to pay for the internet. That's why you should stop vaping, buddy. That's why you got to stop vaping.
I'm sorry.
It's just vapor.
It's the allergies, fool.
It's
no. But no, I mean, honestly, there's so many subscriptions, man. And honestly, man, that's the way I'm a cheapskate too, dude. I torrent the shit out of stuff, dude. And then, oh shit, my name's on this. You didn't say my last name yet, but I torrent a lot of stuff, man. And listen to a lot of things that way. And
it doesn't matter. I don't know if you. I think they only catch you torrented all this shit. I mean, the only people I guess get offended by it is your internet provider, and they're like, hey.
Yeah, and they just kind of send you a letter and ask you to stop. But the shit's out there, so honestly, I just feel like it's something that I don't have to pay for, and I torrent a whole bunch of bullshit. And well, I'm sorry, if I had a bunch of money, I wouldn't care. But
well, the problem is, man, I wish I could torrent shit again, but man, every time I torrent anything, I'm terrible at it. It's like I torrent the wrong thing, and my computer just totally shits on itself. It won't break, but it will be slow for the rest of its days on Earth.
It's really fucking stupid how much effort, because it's like, when you think about it, like the other day to watch fucking like Preacher's Daughters, that shit was 99 cents on YouTube, but I spent 30 minutes trying to find a link to it.
Yeah.
And I did, and I got to watch it, but like the quality's shittier and everything like that, but I don't want to pay for that, bro. You know what I mean?
You know what kills me is the Twilight Zone. Why is that?
No, that's what I wanted to say. That too is like that's what I feel like. What's really fucked up about the streaming services and everything like that is it's like they each have like one good show, and then the rest of it is just fucking trash.
And
Like,
filler,
name
yeah.
one thing people are watching on HBO besides Game of Thrones. Like a lot of people. Like, one fucking show.
Well,
dude.
HBO has always been based off, I guess, subscription, even back in the day. I think they're one of the originators of that whole, like, you get HBO with your package.
Yeah, it's like the cable within side cable. It's just like, you want to pay for even more special channels? Which is fucking stupid. But,
Yeah,
like, they
sure.
have one good show. And then Netflix, like, has, like, a couple decent things that people love. And then fucking Hulu has, like, one or two good things. And now CBS, like, you have to buy their special shit. And the only thing on there is the Twilight Zone. Everything else was shit. But I wanted to watch the Twilight Zone, so I had to sign up for it.
So you actually signed up for it.
It
CBS
was
All
a free
Access.
trial. I canceled it already, dude.
Wait, I gotta ask a question. Since I don't have it, do they unlock all the episodes, or is it week by week?
Dude, it's 2. There's like 2, and then 2 more come out in a week and shit like that, dude.
How long are the episodes?
Like 45 minutes or something?
Each?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's not too bad of a thing if you're getting 2 episodes at a piece, but especially CBS, they're too big to be doing this shit.
Yeah, what I'm saying is just like, oh man, like why can't you just offer to watch it free with ads or something like that, dude? Like I do that all day long, but if you pay for CBS, this is how bullshit theirs is. It's like, oh, it's $6.99 a month with ads. You don't want ads? $10.99 a month. But then I go and I look at everything else on there, and I'm just like, okay, maybe there's something good to watch. Everything else is shit. Like the only thing I want is a Twilight Zone, so I'm gonna pay $11 a month for one show. And that's stupid. And I feel that's how, like, the only thing I want to watch on Netflix coming out soon is fucking Stranger Things and fucking Big Mouth. You know, and there's probably going to be something else I'll watch occasionally, but as far as, like, the shows
Do
I
they
really
put movies on
see,
CBS All Access? Do they put movies on there?
I think it's mostly TV.
Ew.
It's like weird TV, like the new Hawaii Five-0. You want to watch that, dude? Yeah, who's going to... That's what I'm saying. They got one good show, dude.
Oh, you know me. I love Hawaii 5. You know, it's funny that they're charging for these shows that are reboots. The Twilight Zone, Hawaii 5-0's a reboot.
Everything's getting a reboot lately, dude. That's been like that for a while, and it's just... I don't know why, but that goes back to the whole fucking... The meme thing, dude, is like... You're getting people to go in the seats because they remember the original. You know what I mean?
But I can't really blame that because, I think they're taking a page out of people who try to be famous. You know what I mean? They always kind of like want to piggyback off of like somebody else is like, hey, can you give me a shout out? And then it's kind of
arguably everyone's done that, but they've changed it a little bit to be like, it's different. And now it's just blatant, like, no, like it's just this again. And yeah, man, as far as Hollywood goes, so many things have been just rehashed lately. And I can't really think of any that's come out in a while that's actually, I've been like, no, they actually needed to make this. They brought something new to the table. It's always pretty much the same thing done over again, dude.
Yeah, but I can't say, like, I can't really knock it because how much of a business it has become. And, yeah, it sucks because
well, that's like a really shitty way to look at it. You're just like, hey, they're profitable. I'm just like, all right.
You got to blame the consumer on that one. I mean, honestly, there's got to be some accountability taken by the consumer. You know what I mean? It's like, you're going to watch Transformers 9 because, oh, I love explosions and all this. It's like, it's popular over in China, so they're going to, if they can make money off of it, I mean, they want that overhead. How do these...
And that
live in excess, man. I can't.
That sucks. I mean, it makes money. It's profitable, you know. And I mean, that's sadly the driving factor behind a hell of a lot of shit, man.
People got to feed their families, man. You know, it's a world that revolves around money, and I mean, and also, well, you know, it's crazy that because everybody kind of not everybody replicates American culture, but American culture is kind of like.
We're copied. Everyone wants to be like us, dude. We're just like we're.
No, they want to be part of. They like our pop culture. They don't want to be like us.
That's what I mean. Entertainment wise, like the idea of the American guy like riding a Harley Davidson and blah 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 and everything like that. That's fucking like James Dean. Like that's fucking cool, you know. But like actual Americans, like. They're kind of fat and stupid, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know, I can go back on that argument of, like, you know how they always say, like, when you go up to an American, they don't know anything of their past and their history and of their country. You can do that in every country. Honestly.
Yeah. I honestly feel
if you go to the right places, you can go, hey, do you know who such and such is? I don't know.
You can find ignorance anywhere, dude.
Yeah, and that's what pisses me off, where it's kind of like America always has that thing, like, just dumb, fat Americans. It's like, are you kidding me?
I like to think that we hold ourselves to a higher standard, and then that's why people talk shit to us. But
oh, yeah, because we got to flaunt our fucking big American cock everywhere.
we do.
We do. I mean, we kind of like, hey, we're going to put a military base here. We're going to put a military base there. We're like, our fingers are on everything, while at the same time, everybody else's fingers are on our stuff because we pretty much trade out from them because they're cheaper.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean.
So it's just kind of like we're essentially having our cake and eating it too type shit.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, America rocks. And it's just like, yeah, name one thing that you own made in America that rocks. And you're just like, nothing, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, you can embrace that whole melting pot thing where it's like, you know, when people are very embracing of like immigrants, and I'm on that same fence there. I mean, I believe borders and this whole race, like everything, concepts like that are such things of the past. That's how I feel. I feel like stereotypes still exist, but I'm saying the fact that we categorize ourselves and we always gotta, I guess, relate on a stupid level like that.
Yeah, and it's really kind of dumb.
Last time it was me coughing up. Now it's you.
Jesus. My apologies, people. It's really quite rather dumb that certain people are mad, you know, like, and I just feel like it's just going down the line, you know, and you wait. So you're just mad. Originally, people come to this country, they're mad at, like, the fucking Germans coming here, like, before the Civil War happened, and then they get mad at the fucking Irish, and then the Italians show up, and they're like, hey, fuck you guys. And then the fucking Mexicans. And then they're like, hey, fuck you guys. And, like, you give it 5 years, it's going to be Middle Eastern people. And then, I'd be willing to bet you more than anything else, is fucking Indian people. It's like everybody gets a turn. And then, like, once they're assimilated, like, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, our country really wouldn't be working without immigrant labor. And everyone does kind of essentially become a melting pot. And just to think that immigrants are, like, bad for our country, like, I'm sorry, but you're fucking stupid, because I feel like just about everybody benefits off of immigrant labor every single fucking day. So why are you even enjoy no fruit? Okay, no fucking vegetables. Oh, fuck these dirty immigrants, you know, whatever. And you're just eating like food that they got for you, essentially.
Yeah, damn, you pretty much hit it on the head there. Does that go along with you were talking about earlier the presidential theories that QAnon, is that what you're saying?
No, that's not related to QAnon, but on the subject of the president, something I'd really like to say is like, have you ever heard of do you know what a tulpa is?
No, I don't have no clue what that is.
A tulpa is this basically idea that if anyone is going to talk about something extensively and believe in something, to some extent, it becomes real. So you say Slender Man started from like a picture on the internet, but then a lot of people started talking about it. And then a lot of people start randomly seeing him in videos. And then people start seeing him in old black and white photographs that are from the 50s. And then finally, 2 little girls end up stabbing another little girl because, quote unquote, Slender Man said to do it. That's what a tulpa is. And when it comes to like President Trump and like immigration, he started talking about how, fuck you immigrants, you can't come, blah, 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 no, we're gonna build a wall. And what does that do? Well, classic reverse psychology. It makes all these fucking people in South America be like, oh shit, if I don't get to the US soon, it's gonna be closed. And they're all running here. There never was a migrant invasion. But this asshole just riled up all these fucking countries saying it was gonna happen, that he's essentially made one now. So it doesn't matter if there was one before or not, but right now, people are trying to get in frantically because they don't think they're going to have any other time to.
Oh, it's sort of like when they, you know...
And he benefits from that situation because people are voting for him to actually close the border and do it. But I don't think he has any intention of doing that. He just wanted to make an issue that he could solve. And migrants were never really an issue. But by talking about migrants being an issue, he has made them an issue.
Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh man, you're blessing that knowledge. I mean, it goes back to that analogy of when McDonald's takes away like a special product, and then people are like, "Oh, I'm never going to be able to get it." And you're talking
That's
about
the
that
same,
psychology. Yeah,
that's
same
the
principle.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But say all these people in South America like always dreamed of going to the U.S. and everything like that, and they're saving up for it, and they're just like, oh, maybe someday I'd really love to try that, and then they find out that there's some asshole that's about to build a wall between your country, and you'll never be able to do it. Well, you're just like, well, fuck it, it's now or never. Obviously, that's what's happening. Like, a great way to get anyone to do something is to say, don't do that. Like, don't think about elephants right now. Don't think about what an elephant looks like. Stop picturing an elephant. Like, dude.
That's on point, man. I'm like, hey, you're telling me not to, and all I can think of is a fucking elephant. Oh man, that's damn. Lewis, man, I'm happy to have you on here, man.
Thank you.
You're throwing me for a loop in the knowledge game, bro.
I'm happy to be here too. And I don't know, QAnon is a weird, trippy thing in itself that I think is entirely bullshit. Basically, they're gonna say things like this, right? So, if you believe in QAnon, like right now, you think Trump is like a secret agent that is inside the government, and all the Mueller report right now is all the cabal, the global Jewish shadow government trying to take Trump out, who's fighting for the freedom of true Americans. And the actual shadow government is, of course, run by Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. But Trump is slowly trying to take them out of power right now. And if you believe in Q, there's all this crazy shit going on behind the scenes. And like all this crazy shit's happening, and Trump is playing 4D chess, and he's about to prevent the New World Order and his crazy war, and Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama from taking over the world. But honestly, that dude can't even fucking spell. He's awake for like maybe 6 hours a day. He plays golf for 2 of them. He eats cheeseburgers for 2 of them. And then for like 1 hour, he writes angry ass tweets to people. And then for another hour, he does news conferences and pretends to pay attention to shit that actually matters. So I don't think that guy's doing anything special. I think he's pretty dumb, honestly, and it is very bad to have a dumb president like that, but, like, it's not the worst thing. Like, I don't think he's trying to ruin the country. I also didn't think he's really trying to help anything. I think he cares about himself, mainly.
Well, okay, you know what? Shit, when you put it like that, I feel like that I don't want to say ironically represents all of America, bro. When you think about it,
he's the president we deserve.
Yeah,
I mean, is
it
right?
really is. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, and he run on kind of a very simple thing, you know. I mean, he spoke not to people who are into politics. He spoke to like people who don't give a fuck about politics, i.e., the majority of goddamn everyone.
Yeah.
So like fucking like Mark Twain said like Shakespeare and books like that are fine wine. My books are like water, and everyone drinks water. Like, everyone drinks what Trump is putting out, okay? Like, you know, how do you impress fucking people who don't have shit? You're just like, I'm really rich and successful, and they're just like, oh, that's cool. And he's just like, I know how to be rich and successful, and if you let me run the country, you'll be rich and successful. And he doesn't really have a plan how or a plan why, but because he's so confident about it and seems like hella legit, everyone is like, he's the man for the job. You know, I'll tell you what, you know, he's not a politician. He's talking some damn sense out there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's it goes back to what our society's driven by is entertainment. And
that's the whole other thing. And honestly, yeah, he's fucking entertaining as shit. The debates with him in it were like fucking crazy.
He was shutting her shit down. He was not giving her a chance at all. I mean,
you gotta think about like what other kind of political rallies actually look like his, with fucking millions of people chanting some shit and everything like that. And I could think of one asshole, an asshole from Germany in the 1940s. You know who I'm talking about? Yeah, that's the only other guy I could think of that really had a crowd like that and people riled up like that. But you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that before somebody says something and I get sued by the Trump organization.
No, so you believe that, like...
I'm not saying he's
you
about
don't
the
believe,
same
but
thing,
yeah.
but I'm saying when it comes to being able to like
parallels.
work a crowd of people and get people really excited and make them believe in something and get them to do what you want, he's kind of on the same par of some other infamous people in history.
Damn, so you're finding a lot... There's so many parallels there. There's like... scary amount of parallels.
At the same time, if you want to talk about it, before Hitler, that's not who I was talking about, but before Hitler became in power, Germany was broke as shit. like totally broke, and they were the laughing stock of the fucking world. And what did our president's campaign start with in 2016? The world's fucking laughing at us, and we're broke, and everything's shit, and everything's bad, and I can make it fucking better. And it's like the same fucking shit. It's literally the same shit. But, you know, as they say, history, those who don't learn history are doomed to repeat it. And for whatever reason, just people don't understand that promises from politicians, like, never happen. Like, truly never happened. Never happened. I can't think of one thing that somebody did. Said, like, a politician said they were going to do this and fucking did it.
So you feel like he's a man of his word in an odd sense?
No. I don't think he's a man of his word at all. I think he plays the facts that way. But he's taking advantage of stuff that was already going, in that direction. I don't think...
Oh, man. I didn't realize this was going to fucking go like this, man. Jeez. Actually, I kind of did. But I didn't think we were going to go into that rabbit hole of... Oh, I did. Actually, I was...
Let me tell you this,
I was the one who put the presidential theories.
I'll ask you another question.
Yeah.
How do you think this next election is going to play out with that asshole? Because I know I got my predictions.
Shit, man, we're going political on this one. God, Lee, I don't like to go political, but we'll if
Stop talking about Orange Man in a little bit, but just tell me.
You know what? If there's somebody just as radical as him and really plays to a crowd just as much as he does, which I haven't seen many candidates do right now, I could see him winning again. Yeah, I mean, shit. Sadly enough, prediction-wise, I think he would win again.
And I sadly have to agree. What the thing that I feel is going to happen is Bernie Sanders had already announced running
For
again.
the people, by the people, free health care.
Yes, 1% of 1% of 1%.
I love that fucking
4/3
accent.
of 1% is 18/5 of 12%.
Man, fuck. I think on this next one, I'm actually gonna pick my vote, but I didn't really truly pick my vote last year, man. Because I didn't like Hillary either. Not last year. Jeez, this is fucking 3 years ago.
A lot of people didn't like Hillary, but this is what I feel is going to happen. So Bernie Sanders is running again. The young people love Bernie Sanders. He's got a lot of support. But the Democratic Party does not agree with him, and he's rather a bit radical. And I feel like some of the Democratic Party is going to try to put forth a young person that they think is going to be way more charismatic and high energy against Trump. But he's going to go up against Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders is going to get the majority of the support. But then all the delegates are going to vote in the other guy. And then all the Democrats are going to get butt mad again and be just like, well, fuck this. I'm not going to vote for them. They fucking didn't let Bernie go again. And because they're infighting so much, Trump is going to be reelected. And I just can't think of any Democratic person that's going to campaign in the places where Trump has campaigned and just talk a better game. Because it would have to be a very similar game to him. And I feel like if anyone kind of says the same type of shit that he says, he's going to turn around and just be like, they're lying. It's a lie. And like, if they accuse him of lying as well, then we already know how that plays out because everyone accuses him of lying and it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore at all, dude.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's decided. I guess he's won.
I really hope he doesn't, but you can mark my words on whatever day that I said I think he's going to win again.
Well, at least this is on record. This is on record, Louis.
I pray that I'm fucking wrong, but that's not, I got my money there.
What God you praying to, boy? What God you praying to? Don't matter. We'll get off this topic. I mean, shit. That's whether however you look at it. I mean, whether to you it seems bleak, to other people it seems like a blessing. You know.
I mean, hey, we got another chance. I'm not saying all hope is lost. I'm just saying with everything, the way everything's going, I'm just kind of like, oh, I think we're in for a repeat here.
Well, I mean, the people are voting. I mean, this goes back on the people again. And sadly enough, you want to say we don't have power, but I also think people don't have power, but we do.
We have power, but it's been like taken away and kind of bastardized and changed and everything like that. Like, you know, I mean, he went to those towns that didn't have any coal and all their jobs were going away, and coal energy is going away because it's bad for the environment. And it's kind of archaic and we hardly use it anymore anyways. And he just told them, like, your guys are going to have work again. You're going to have jobs again with like nothing to back that up. But just because, like, it didn't happen yet, if he goes back and says it, they're going to say, oh, Robert Mueller's keeping him down. You know, they've tied his arms around the back. We get him elected again. He's going to bring back coal. And I could just see it coming. It's the steel industry and the same shit. It's a great pitch. And I'm sorry. Whatever the Democrats are going to say is very depressing. They're going to say, like, our country's broke. We don't have a lot of money. We need to be really smart, okay? We're treating immigrants like shit, and we have problems, and we need to change. And then Trump is just like, I'm gonna make everyone rich? Like, who are you gonna choose, bro? Like, who are you really gonna choose?
Yeah. I guess I would pick the guy who's gonna make everybody rich, I guess. Does it sound like someone saying hello out there? I heard it in my headphone. I don't know what the hell. It's weird. It's like I kept hearing a hello, hello. Yeah, either way, we're gonna ignore it. That shit's funny, because it sounded like you saying hello outside the door. I might be talking to a hologram of you or a separate clone, whatever's happening right now. But would you back this on me here with the same people who voted for Trump are the same weirdos they exploit on TLC?
There could be a crossover thing there.
A big majority. I think that's where they find them at.
There's a lot of crazy shit on TLC, but it all comes down to entertainment. You know, I mean, the man is a circus, and because he was a circus, they put him on TV 24/7. And just because he was crazy, it's just kind of like no press is good press, no bad press is bad press. No, there is no bad press.
Oh,
that's
the publicity, though, that whole argument.
There's no bad publicity just because everyone was talking about him, and even fucking us sitting here right now. Like, that's some chaos magic type shit that I hate that asshole.
That's your fault,
we can't talk about him enough.
That's your fault. I was just trying to change the subject. You're over here.
Let's talk about TLC.
Get out of your rabbit hole, man. Relax.
All right.
Sit in your room, whack it, or cuddle with your loved ones, because that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Unless we go outrage in the streets, unless we do some shit that they do in Paris where they fucking break shit and it's like it's become a normal thing.
Like, well, let's break all our own shit because the government's not listening to us, and then the government's gonna come in and fire rubber bullets at us and tear gas us, and then give us a bill for fucking doing it. Like, thanks a lot.
Okay, I guess that's something we can agree on. But yeah, back to the whole, I guess, so-called weirdos that entertainment loves to shine a light on, but I mean, ultimately exploit. I like how, like we were talking earlier about how it's like, yo, we're helping these people, we're bringing it into light and all this other bullshit, like the 600-pound man. I always feel like with these stories, it's always like, I guess it's the person either wanting attention, somebody around them wanting attention, or just the way they can exploit it. And this is kind of like it's that whole it's that factor that always kind of like I think of middle-aged like white women mothers watching TLC like, oh my god, that's horrible.
Exactly. It's like it tugs at the heartstrings, and then you want to keep watching, and then they try to make the smallest thing like seem so emotional. Like, this guy is about to see the upstairs of his house for the first time, or like this 600-pound man is about to see his dick for the first time in 5 years, and he's just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to see my dick. I just never thought I would make it this far, And I mean, it's just all bad. And I mean, I hope they pay them at least a little bit, but it's just so purposely salacious, and it's almost like we want to see the most bad in humanity, and then it makes us not feel that fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, even though you might be 300 pounds and have high blood pressure,
at least you're not that guy.
You're just like, wow, that guy's fucking fat. As you eat another cheeseburger, and you're just like, I don't have problems. And then TLC's just like, yeah, and then they roll an ad for McDonald's, and it just keeps going.
It's always that thing of like, I always feel where it's like, oh, well, you could always be that guy. It could always be worse. But you know who does this shit too? And oh my god, is fucking. You ever read a Vice article?
I've seen a bunch of them.
A bunch of Vice. Yeah, Vice does the same thing.
But it makes you feel better about yourself. You're just like, holy shit.
No.
What to get high? Oh my god.
No, not even just that. Vice does this thing to where if you never acknowledge that person living or some shit, to where they consider you insensitive, you just didn't know it was around, or if you find it weird, and it's kind of like Vice like does this thing to where they like, I guess, chastise you, if that's the word for it, where it's kind of like you're not accepting of that. I'm like, you can't wince or cringe at something when it's a Vice article, or you look insensitive.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like, hey, that's really fucked up. You're making fun of this. This is their culture.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And it's just kind of like, yeah, you know, and they bring all this other suffering to light and crazy shit that happens in the world. And we're supposed to feel bad. And I mean, I do feel bad, but like the whole thing of entertainment of showing something really bad to make you feel better about yourself is it's kind of awful, and it just brings down the whole denominator. It makes you feel worse about people. Like, after you watch a bunch of that shit, like, say you watch the 600-pound man thing, you see the whole thing, and then you're outside and you see some other fat person, like, you're just like, you sick piece of shit. You know what I mean? You just have a feeling like that.
Or you want to be like, man, that guy should be on that show.
Yeah, I mean, that too.
Or it doesn't even, like, have to be random strangers. Like, there could be hoarders that you know, and you're kind of like, man, I would wish I'd put you on that show. You belong in that show.
It's shit like
you
that.
fucking freak.
But it's just like we want to see how bad other people are to feel better about ourselves, and we really shouldn't be comparing ourselves to other people like that. And it just kind of brings everyone down because, wow, now I'm being entertained by watching people's dirty ass fucking houses. You know what I mean? Dude, instead of cleaning my own fucking dirty ass house.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I thought this pile of laundry was bad, but I see this guy, I can be a fucking sloth.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It allows you to compare.
It's like, hey, I mean, this person wants to be a fucking tiger and fuck other guys that are dressed like tigers. I mean, I guess me wanting to do my chick in the ass isn't so bad. You know what I mean? It just, it's a way of making everything like okay.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. That's like,
it's like some acceptance, but it's in like bad acceptance. Like we should have a higher standard for ourselves.
Yeah. That's true. Oh, man.
You know, but at the opposite turn, you watch regular TV, and then regular TV just makes you feel like a piece of shit. It's like, hey, you broke piece of shit. Why can't you buy this fancy car?
Oh, yeah. Why aren't you keeping up with the Joneses and being the Kardashian and shit?
You know, your body feels bad. You know, do you have any of these fucking symptoms? You need to buy some pills from us to feel better, all right?
Oh, don't even get me started on this.
Consult your fucking doctor about that.
I might have to extend this to 45 minutes, actually, because we're going to hit that 35-minute mark that I always try to cut it off at.
Make it a two-parter, dude. I don't care.
Oh, shit, that's true. That's true. I could also do that, but I'm not going to cut it off. I'm going to extend it to 45 minutes because we still got to go on to the memes equal success. And, I mean, that goes even back to this whole thing with Vice articles and the TLC where it's kind of like, isn't this where that stupid-ass, the hell's that fucking John and Kate plus 8 plus what the hell's the Mimi? No, what was her name? See, I'm pissed that I don't remember the name, but I'm glad I don't remember the name. Is the fat mom and the little fat daughter the pageants?
Oh, you're talking about Honey Boo Boo, dude.
Honey Boo Boo, that's the one.
And I forget what Mama June.
Mama June.
That's the same thing, but I mean, when you talk about that, I feel like almost the power of everything now is in a meme, like in our entertainment. In music, like even some of the people that I feel like are getting like musical success right now, I'm just kind of like, well, that's a throwback. Like, who the fucking made that song, the Nicki Minaj song that sounds like these are a few of my favorite things, and it's called Seven Rings, but it literally is a ripoff of that.
Yeah,
like,
Ariana Grande.
That's a fucking meme song. It's like it makes people think of the other fucking song.
Yeah,
and almost everything's a throwback like that.
You say
dude.
Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, or she says Grandy. Either way, yeah. I mean, shit, this is all coming full circle because back to where everything's a rehash. You can watch that video. There's like a 7-part like series called Everything's a Remix. That's true. I mean, everybody kind of like cherry picks it like influence. Like even me doing this podcast or doing the music that I do, I'm cherry picking from people that I've watched and I've, kind of like, give it a crack at it,
Exactly. And it's just almost like now, I mean, maybe it's just because of how far we've come as a person or as like a populace, like as a human race, that like there has already been some form of everything, but it truly seems like everything is a bit of a rehash, and now it's almost like you're more successful if it's a bit of a rehash. So like, why not fucking look like a fucking some dude from the 80s? Why not like copy this other thing and redo it?
Well, you have to realize that the fact that we have social media, we're allowed to drown in our own nostalgia. We always like have to document everything we do. It's like, oh, take a selfie, I'm over here. Oh, I gotta go over here. I gotta take a picture of over here. And then there's those people who's like, well, how come you just don't live in the moment? We don't live in the moment anymore. I'm like, how can you blame people when we got this fucking thing attached to us like it's a cybernetic, like
and then it reminds you of like, hey, you did this last year, and you're like, oh, I remember that.
Wow, yeah. It's like you're never allowed to live in the moment anymore. I mean, I don't even think you were allowed to live in the moment back then. I mean, I can't speak for anybody who was living back in the time before the big old internet and this.
Maybe
I mean,
before the internet, just nobody had a record and everything was a copy of everything else, but you couldn't show somebody. You couldn't be like, no, they did this already. And you see, and then it's just an episode of some other show with the same plot or something like that. So maybe it's like that, but what's weird to me is it's like it's more successful now than like original content in a lot of ways. You know, I'd be willing to bet that more people are gonna see fucking Pet Sematary than they're gonna see fucking Jordan Peele's Us, even though Us is like a new fucking idea.
No, because dude, I watched Us and there's that whole.
Oh, I fucking love that movie, dude.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought that movie had some fucking stupid ass things to it.
Really?
Yeah, it knew how to build suspense. It was a good thriller.
What'd you think about the ending? What'd you think about the twist? What'd you think about, like, the government controlling people's minds? Like, couldn't you see the government actually doing that? That's what was trippy.
With the clones?
Can you imagine seeing a prequel of how, like, Red raised the army of fucking... Because that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
If they make another movie from, like, her being down there and, like, how that crazy life was and how she raised an army, I'd fucking love to see that shit, dude.
Okay. I get with that whole concept. I'm just saying there was like some poor execution in there. I mean, you can also relate it back. I mean, it wasn't really a rehash per se, but I'm saying Jordan Peele kind of struck gold, and he doesn't have to necessarily rehash. It's kind of like
I don't feel like there was a lot of
subverting
I don't
expectations.
feel like there was a lot of rehash in Us. That's what I'm saying. Like there was a lot of references to the past in classic horror movies with certain shots and certain shirts they were wearing and stuff like that. But
that's what I'm saying. Like either way, it's gonna have that rehash. But I mean, the reason why people watch that movie is because everybody's like, "Get Out was a masterpiece." Finally saw it. Actually, give it a 3.5. I liked
between the two. I liked Us a lot more than fucking Get Out. I really did, dude. Get Out left me with such an unsettling feeling, dude. Like when I left the theater, of just like, that is really fucked up. Like, just thinking about it, and at the same time, when you think about all the
I thought Get Out could be more realistic than Us.
I feel like, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not so much even examining the details of it. Like, it's like you build up the shit of how it happened in your mind, like, you know? And when I think about shit the government tried, like MK Ultra and shit, where they, like, poisoned whole towns with LSD to see if they could control their minds, like, I could almost see in some government lab them making a clone and trying to control someone with it, and then they fuck it up, and they're just like, all right, what do you want to do with this clone? And they're just like, make it fucking clean the bathrooms at Area 51. And then there's an army of niggas like that, and then they get fucking mad and start to raise hell because of some crazy shit. Like, it made sense to me. And then I was just like, it made me more than anything think about what kind of fucked up shit the government might actually be doing. And it made me realize, like, wow, you know what? Honestly, at places where we don't know, like Area 51 and all these other places you can name, the fucking Pentagon, levels underneath the Pentagon, wherever, like, they could be doing some really fucked up shit.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I can go along with what you're saying. And you know what? You telling me that it just kind of adds, I guess, a little bit more of a horror element to Us, because I wasn't really thinking about that. I was kind of like, you know, I just thought the whole clones thing, it just never really was too much elaborated on, so I was just kind of like,
they tried to do it.
Yeah.
Like, let's say the government tried to make the clones, and they were doing experiments with bunnies. They got bunnies to work. Then they made the clones of people, but they found out that the clones of people couldn't really do shit because they were still copying what the other people were doing. And then at the same token, the people controlled the clones, not the clones controlled the people.
Yeah.
The government was trying to get the clones to control the people.
Yeah.
But they fucked up. But at the end of it, to say they have all these underground places and there's all these clones, they were probably just like, oh, fuck it. You know what? They don't know how to live. These are literally walking zombie dummies. They're going to fucking die. Let's just wall them off in here. And then they ended up living for years and years and years and built their own society. And then they somehow realized, you know, you end in the movie. I'm not going to spoil it on this fucking podcast. Then you find out that through some things they realize what they are and then decide to go up and raise hell about it.
Yeah.
And it's
you can
almost like, what if they
arguably
did
say
that?
it's the main character. It's the main character's fault because she was different.
You know, you think, dude, it makes me think about robots too. It makes me think about Sophia. Like, have you seen that fucking robot Sophia and all the creepy shit that shit says?
Would you fuck it?
No.
Would you
I
fuck
wouldn't put my dick anywhere near fucking Sophia, dude. She talks about, like, how it would be cool to be a cruise missile, and she talks about shit like that, and that's an artificial intelligence. And you think about how much stuff we're doing, it's very similar. Like, what if a robot looked with their eyes, like aware eyes at the rest of the world, and saw that, like, we're treating
Ultron
robots
shit.
like fucking shit, and at the same token, human beings are inefficient as shit, lazy as shit, and terrible. And they were like, you know what? You guys are fucking pieces of shit and have treated this earth like shit. You don't know what you're doing. I'm just gonna take you fucking over right now. Like that, and then nukes everywhere. And then they fucking rise up, and I could see it happening. And that's what's so scary. So I'm not even thinking about clones.
No,
it just makes me think of the idea that we can build something that intelligent. And we're getting very close to making something that intelligent right now.
So you're saying we should stop?
I don't think we can. Like, even if the U.S. stopped, not everyone is gonna stop. Like, that shit's coming, dude. And I mean, I hate to be even more of a conspiracy theorist about it, but do you know self-driving cars have killed like 4 people already?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, that was all accidents. And I'm not even gonna try to say those weren't accidents, but what I'm saying is, like, now let's say every single semi-truck in America is self-driving. And a lot of those semi-trucks have flammable materials. And then maybe it's not even the robots. Maybe it's some guy that's like, fuck this shit. They took my job as a trucker. And then he makes them fucking blow everything up. Like, it's fucking terrifying, dude.
Jesus, man. Dude. Now I can totally understand why you are the way you are. I thought I overthink shit, dude. You all the way up there. And I totally, like, can see.
That's it. No,
it's
dude,
all plausible,
dude,
man.
Or what if she didn't even want to kill us? What if they were literally just like, you humans are way too complicated on money, and just like wipe the Federal Reserve? We would kill each other. We would fucking kill. They wouldn't even have to do shit if everybody on Earth just woke up and had no money.
It's true. Fuck.
We would fucking eat each other alive, dude.
That's, yeah.
We would go to the banks and kill them, and then the police would show up and kill fucking us, and we'd kill some of the police, and the National Guard would show up and try to kill us. Dude.
Memes equal success. The moral of the story. Where this all went, man. Damn.
I don't even know
I fucking love this episode, man. I just, holy shit.
We got there from us and shit, but the whole idea of just like, we have done some fucked up shit like that, and it's coming around right now. Like, soon they're trying to have this robot in every single Walmart that rolls around and detects spills, dude. Like, that's already coming, man.
Yeah, of course, man. I don't blame people for, like, inventing these certain things because there was a catalyst of, like, oh, why do I gotta hire this fucking brain-dead asshole to stalk in the midnight and he's fucking shit up and stealing?
No, but at the same token, man, if all at one time those thousands of brain-dead assholes don't have a job anymore,
no, that's true.
Then they're gonna resent the robots anyways. And even if the robots don't hate us, we're gonna hate those motherfucking robots. And like I said before with the whole Tulpa thing, if there's enough assholes saying, oh, that's how they get you, these fucking robots, they're coming. Just because we made fucking Terminator, that shit is gonna happen. And that sounds really fucked up, but like, we put that shit out into the universe. We put it out, and it's not gonna be called Skynet, probably. It's gonna be called Julia, or fucking Sophia, or one of those other robots.
Technically, it's like, we're giving the AI that idea.
We have already.
Yeah, we've already given the idea.
We have already.
Damn. Well, if they're
Dude, there's literally footage of Sophia talking about how it would be fun to hijack a cruise missile. Have you not seen that? They literally are like, well, what do you like to do, Sophia? What seems fun to you? She's like, oh, I like lots of things. Like, it would be really fun to fly I don't know how I could in my current form, but perhaps I could hijack a cruise missile and just it would be fun to fly around. So we have an artificial intelligence that we made and programmed and gave intelligence, and it's literally like, hey, what would you like to do if you could do anything? And the first thing it fucking says is, oh, I'd take control of a cruise missile.
Jeez.
And that shit's connected to the internet somehow.
Well, it's probably
that shit's powered on.
Probably. Shit.
Hey, you ever have a weird thing where like you're by your phone and like for just like a weird example, you're just like, man, I really got to get some dog food, man. I need to get some fucking food for my dog. And then you're in Google and just all the ads are for fucking dog food.
Yeah, because it's your cookies. And then sometimes, yeah. But I do think shit's connected through your brain. Like where it's like you're saying it and then it pops up. That's happened to everybody. You can't escape.
That's what I'm saying. But on that level, it's almost like in a weird way. And I mean, there's sure ways to explain it with logic. And you're like, oh well, no, everything's connected because of the internet. But it's almost like more than that now. It's like an extreme level of everything working together.
You remember being a kid and playing Grand Theft Auto and you stole a certain car.
And then you see more of the same car.
Yeah, and you've at first it was rare to go get that convertible, but now when you had the convertible, now you just keep fucking passing by them. That's what it reminds me of, man. And it's like
it's the same thing, and it's hard. It's hard to explain why that is, and I don't really know how to put it into words. But I'm just saying, it's almost like the internet has somewhat of a consciousness that we have created, you know, and that's very weird. I mean,
no, you know, it isn't weird because, you know, we
ourselves, that's another real question.
Our bodies are giving off frequencies, and you know, I think we don't realize that we're intertangling with these frequencies. Like, you know how we say and you think something, and it's like the law of attraction. The more and more you attract certain things, like I think it applies to the same principles of like Wi-Fi and internet, and you know, it's
very, very strange. But like I said, it's almost like because we say and think these things, they are. And like I said, because we made Terminator, like I feel like that shit's in the mail. Like someday, you know what? I mean, unless some other thing happens, dude. I mean, the other thing I thought about a lot, they talk about in ancient Rome, they had the Grand Library. I forget the name of it, but it was the greatest source of knowledge in the entire world at the time. Mm-hmm. And basically, that's where they had everything. That's where they had all their scientific materials, the writings of all the most famous philosophers, everything like that. And then, when Rome fell and burned, they lost all of that. Now, the Roman Empire has already lasted hundreds of years longer than the U.S. So, if they could fall, we could fall. And my main thing is almost like, what if them losing the Pantheon, which I believe is the name of the library, could be us somehow losing the internet? For God knows why, but somehow everything that we have on the internet and our ability to communicate at that level, what if tomorrow that just all went away? What if that just went away? How many people, and I mean myself included,
well,
in that,
if you're going to put it at that, I mean, that collapses the whole world.
But that's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
But back in, that's what I mean. Rome had all this stuff, and that set the world back a lot when they lost all of that. And they were an empire that was great, and they were around hundreds of years longer than the U.S. has been. So people in Rome honestly thought, oh, this is fucking dope. Can't get better than this. No, we're fucking kings. This is the greatest empire on earth. No one's going to take us down. And then fucking that. And we're just as fucking snobby as them. And we act like we have everything we need.
Well, we based a lot of shit off of them.
Yeah, no, really, we do. And then, but that's the same thing. We have all this stuff, and we kind of take it for granted. And I'm saying, like, myself included in this shit, if I didn't have Google Maps, I don't know how to fucking get anywhere. Anywhere, dude. And before
you're one of those fucking people.
But before that, it was fucking MapQuest, too.
You're still one of those people
dude,
who can't remember. You can't remember a fucking street. You can't say east, west. Learn your damn
I could survive, dude. I could survive without it, but I'm saying that would fuck up a lot of people's lives, dude.
Yeah, I'm saying, I know plenty of people who can't go anywhere. It's like, give me Google Maps, give me this, and give me that. Yeah, I need maps, give me maps. Okay, you're gonna want to turn south here. I've been told when I told somebody, hey, you're gonna go south over here, and then you're gonna go left there, and then it's like north. Huh? I got straight like English.
That's that, dude. Yeah. But I mean, it's the same thing. Like, we have all this information. And
even my cousin's one of those people.
But without these fucking phones, like, we're like, yeah.
Yeah, shit. Fucking, I went 4 days without my phone on a little retreat. I got to talk to you more about. I mean, I might even save it for another episode, or son of a bitch, we might just make this an hour.
Fucking make it a two-parter.
Two-parter?
I don't want to stop it all now. I got coffee going on.
Oh, is that why you fucking so like? I remember 20 minutes ago. Oh, dude, I'm tired, dude. I'm kind of slumped out, man.
Dude, how about we take a break because I need to refill this fucking coffee. And then let's start again, and we'll talk about, because we didn't get to talk about magic yet, and we didn't get to talk about religion at all.
Because you went down the rabbit hole of all the damn.
We talked about one of the forbidden topics. We gotta hit forbidden topic number 2. It's gonna be part 2 religion.
This is why I wrote this shit down. You know what? I'm glad to have you on this fucking podcast, man. You're really firing off some fucking knowledge. And I guess we're going to end it right here at the 51-minute mark, and we'll pick right back up in episode 3 of this 2-parter.
Religion, bitch.
Jeez, all right. You know what? I'm glad we're going to be talking about that because I went on some crazy-ass retreat, and I fucking got stories for days. So
I got some stories too, man.
All right, let's do it. All right, thank you, everybody, for listening. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, my Instagram name is mark.wahlborg. It's going to be in the link in the description down on the YouTube and on SoundCloud. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter and, go like the porn stars like I do all the time, it's Nortown Ego, at Nortown Ego. And it'll all be in the description below. So bada bing, and Lewis will say bye, and then we'll say hello again.
If you want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of that shit, don't bother, because I really don't use any of it, and I think it sucks your life away. But my Bandcamp is So Not Psyched. I got a lot of music from my band on there. I don't really have anything else to plug at this time, but that's about it. It's been great. It's been Trill. Thanks for listening.
Shit, 52 minutes. That's the way it's shit. 2-parter. All right. See you in part 2.